Hi folks, welcome back. Well, this is my campsite for the next 3 days. Jax is checking things out, and this is April 22nd, 2020, and since we are sticking close to home because of the pandemic going on, but we're still going out and doing some adventures. And on this trip, Jax and I will be going out on a hike. It's something I haven't done in about 4 years because of my foot, but it's all healed up now. And I'm also going to be heading out onto a river that I haven't paddled on in 35 years. So follow along. Well, Jax and I are going to start our little hike for the day. We're going on a little river nature trail area. So let's see how it goes. Come on, Jax. Well, you know, hiking out here in the woods, you never know what you're going to run across. And we're just going down the trail and happen to look over and see this. Somebody spent some time raking up the leaves. And it looks like, oh, I bet you I know what it is. It is a shelter. Holy cow, look at that. Look at that. And make sure there's nothing wild that's going to come out after me. But yeah, look at that. Somebody built that. I don't know how long ago. The leaves, probably last year's leaves, but a shelter out here. And pretty cool. There's another one over here. So I bet you this was the some sort of program out here to see what kind of shelters they could get in place here. And here's another one. There's a dig spot. So we're not too far away from that lean-to, but it's kind of amazing. I'm looking around to see if there's any other ones here. So we're a little bit more than a mile in on this trail, and this trail, last time I've been on this trail, it was probably, had to be more than 30 years ago. Had to be more than 30 years ago. And just off the trail here, I remember a few buildings that were off this trail. And this was one of them, but it's not doing too well anymore. It is kind of falling down. But I remember these buildings. There should be a lean-to not too far away from here. That's right on the river. We'll see if we can find that one out. But I do believe that the over this way, and I'm seeing a building over there in the trees, would be the lean-to. And this is probably the trail to it. So we're going to venture over this way and see if the old lean-to that used to be back in here is still good, or if that's all fallen down too. And it's still up, roof is intact. Oh, there's signs in here now. Adirondack Lean-To was built by the St. Lawrence University Outdoor Program in the summer of 1992. So this isn't the original lean-to that used to be back here, because the lean-to that I came back to was in the 1980s. And if you carry in, carry out, don't drink the water, bury human waste. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. It's not too bad. Fire pit. Life made more sense before college. Well. Well, this is the lean-to. It is in the same area as I remember it. The story on this thing is that the sign on the side says it was built in 1992, but I know that there was one here in the 1980s because I graduated in the late 80s, and we used to, there's a power station over this way. There's the lines that run down because there's a series of dams on this river, and there's a power station we used to park our vehicles behind, so, and then head over to the trailhead and down the trailhead. This is probably about 1.25 miles in. It's not very far out here, but yeah, the local kids back then, this was our hangout. We used to come back here and have a fire and have a grand old time. And it's one of those things that probably kids nowadays will never know. But you know, up until a few days ago, these trails were all closed, and I couldn't figure out why the state wanted to close all the trails and boat launches, because you know there's nothing better during this pandemic than getting outside and getting a little exercise, getting a little sunshine. And it seems like they don't want people to do that. I don't know why, but you know, getting the trails open, there's nothing, you know, you saw my camera footage, there's nobody else around. There's no better isolation or social distancing that you can do than being out kayaking or hiking on the trails. Jax has been doing very well for his first time out hiking. We haven't ran across any wildlife, and we haven't ran across anyone else. So this is the reason why I couldn't figure out why they closed the trails during this pandemic, because it's not like people are every 2 feet apart out here. This is we've been out here now, Jack, probably for 2 hours exploring, and we've seen nobody. You know when you're getting back to the end of the trail when you can start hearing vehicles again. But we might be getting out of here just in time, because it was a pretty decent day when we started this trek, and now it is overcast and feels like it's going to start raining. There was no rain in the forecast for today, so. Snow camping. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to follow the adventure. Thanks for joining.